The tornado sirens shrieked through Maple Grove, a sleepy suburb in northern Indiana, tearing into the twilight of May 12, 2023, like a warning from the heavens. I bolted across my backyard, clutching my daughter's asthma inhaler, my heart hammering louder than the gale ripping at the picket fence. Nothing, absolutely nothing, could have prepared me for what I found when I threw open the steel hatch of my storm shelter. There, lounging on my emergency cot, was Patricia, the self-anointed queen of the Maple Grove HOA, munching on a pilfered protein bar, her phone glowing as if she were streaming a cozy night in. "Well, you made it," she chirped, her voice dripping with entitlement. Then the shelter's red lights blazed, and the silent panic alarm pinged the county sheriff. Patricia had just broken into the most fortified bunker in the region, and I could already taste the sweet sting of her impending regret. Patricia had waged a vendetta against my shelter from the moment I broke ground. She called it a neighborhood scar, a paranoid monstrosity, and me, personal favorite, a threat to communal harmony. All because it rose 8 inches above her sacred HOA guidelines. Never mind that I'd secured a variance from the county, or that my lot's back corner sat on unincorporated land beyond her reach. She'd patrol my property like a vulture with a vendetta, firing off snide emails and once reporting my ventilation hatch for being excessively industrial. Now, with a tornado barreling down, she'd jimmied her way into the very refuge she tried to ban. I stood frozen, staring as the bunker's security system whirred to life. The lights dimmed to a pulsing crimson, and Patricia's smug grin faltered. "What's that?" she asked, her voice sharp. I flashed a smile, the kind you save for when fate delivers a knockout. "That's the intrusion protocol," I said. "You tripped the alarm. Cameras are rolling, and the sheriff's already got your RSVP." Her face blanched. "Intrusion? I'm HOA president. This is a public asset in a crisis." I pointed to the ceiling's sleek black camera dome. "You picked the lock, Patricia. On video. With a crowbar you brought from home." She waved the protein bar wrapper like a flag of defiance. "This is expired. A safety hazard." I shrugged. "Vacuum sealed, 3 days past date. You'll survive unless you're allergic to accountability." A low rumble overhead silenced us both. The storm was closing in. My wife, Laura, and daughter, Sophie, were taking a detour to dodge flying debris, leaving me stuck with Patricia's frenetic energy for at least another 30 minutes. The shelter was built for a family, but her pacing made it feel like a pressure cooker. She muttered complaints about the claustrophobic concrete, the aggressive red lighting, the absence of soothing eucalyptus wipes. I bit back a laugh. "It's a bunker, Patricia, not a spa retreat." As the wind howled, rattling the hatch like an angry beast, Patricia's bravado cracked. "Is there enough air? Are the filters safe?" she demanded, eyeing my canned goods like they might betray her. I flipped on the external monitor, showing the solar-powered ventilation system. "We're fine. Those beans could feed us for a month." "Too bad you wanted this place torn down." Dust sifted from a corner, not from the shelter, but from a landscaping court Patricia had once tried to find me over. The irony was thicker than the storm clouds. When the tornado passed, a heavy silence settled. I cranked open the hatch, letting in a humid breeze. "Sheriff's probably here," I said. Patricia grabbed my arm, her nails digging in. "You're not pressing charges, are you?" I smirked. The bunker already did. Outside, Maple Grove was a war zone, shattered fences, uprooted oaks, a trampoline dangling from a power line like a twisted trophy. A patrol car idled by my driveway, lights spinning lazily. Deputy Rachel, a friend from the local safety board, eyed Patricia scrambling out behind me. "Got a forced entry alert," Rachel said. "Your bunker sent footage." Patricia tossed her hair, summoning her best campaign poster pose. "A misunderstanding. I was ensuring community safety." Rachel tapped her tablet, and the video played, Patricia prying the hatch with a crowbar, muttering about securing her spot. Her jaw dropped. "That's doctored," she sputtered. Rachel didn't blink. "It's tamper-proof. You're lucky you didn't trigger the ink sprayer. Non-toxic, but it stains." I added, And it's not your shade. Patricia stumbled off, clutching her phone like a lifeline, her pride crumbling into the dusk. The drama didn't end there. A week later, an HOA letter arrived, accusing me of denying equitable access to my shelter during the storm, citing an obscure clause about shared crisis resources. They demanded $200 daily fines unless I dismantled the bunker or opened it to all. My cousin, Ethan, a lawyer, grinned when he read it. "This is retaliation," he said, drafting a countersuit. The HOA had no claim over private property, especially one partially outside their jurisdiction. Ethan fired off a cease and desist to Patricia, copying the board. Meanwhile, city officials visited after the sheriff shared my bunker's footage as a preparedness model. They toured the shelter, marveling at the biometric locks, solar vents, and DIY oxygen recycler I'd rigged from a diving tank. "This could save lives," one said. The city offered a grant to replicate the design in high-risk zones. Patricia, unbowed, pitched her own Storm Serenity pod at the next HOA meeting, complete with meditation corners and healing pastel lights. The crowd scoffed. "Will it have food? Or just vibes?" someone asked. Her plan was laughed off, and she retaliated with a venomous online post, calling my bunker a selfish fortress. Neighbors clapped back with memes. "I'll take steel over lavender when the sky is falling." Then came the bombshell. Patricia forged my signature on a work order to upgrade my shelter for public use. Ethan uncovered the fraud, adding forgery to her growing rap sheet. The local news ate it up, splicing her theory, "I'm a visionary," interview with the crowbar footage. Her credibility imploded. As Patricia's influence waned, I led a new safety committee. Neighbors rallied, planning drills and shelters. The city grant expanded, and FEMA invited me to speak at a regional conference. I shared our story without naming Patricia, focusing on trust and resilience. Back home, a sign greeted me, "Maple Grove's Guardian." Sophie's crayon drawing, "Thanks, Dad, for keeping us safe," hung on my fridge, grounding me. Patricia's house sold, and she vanished. Rumors swirled she joined a therapy group for dethroned HOA tyrants. I installed a biometric access system, ensuring only trained neighbors could enter. One night, the cameras caught a figure in glittery sneakers trying a keycard. The alarm's growl sent them fleeing. I smiled, bolting a plaque to the shelter, "Built for safety, forged by unity, powered by people, not politics." But here's the rub. Was I too ruthless, letting Patricia stew in her own mess? Should I have shared the shelter, even with her? Did the HOA's rules have any weight? Or was it all about control? And would you have pressed charges or let her slink away? Should private bunkers be community assets in a crisis? Drop your take below, like, and subscribe for more raw, real stories. Let's spark a fire. What's your verdict?